In previous video we discussed file permission and Linux. Also we discussed there are two different methods to change the permission in Linux, including Kali Linux. However, to change the permission we need a command, and that command is chmod. Chmod stands for change mode. It means change mode command. We can use this command to change the permission of file and folder in Linux, either to use a symbolic method or numerical method. In this video we will configure and verify symbolic method. In next video I will show you the numerical method. Now we can use this command to set permission such as read, write and execute on file and folder. For the owner, which we discuss owner, for group and other, it's up to you. So the chmod command is a powerful tool for managing file and directory permission in Linux. This is a symbolic method. Symbolic, I told you, you can use a plus to add the permission. You can use a minus to remove the permission. And you can use equal to assign the permission. This is a symbolic method. And U means user, G means group, O means other, and A means all. All means user as well, group as well, and other as well. So we discussed about U, G, O and A as well in the previous video theoretically. So this is a symbolic method. Suppose if I want to give read permission to a user, so I can type U plus R. This means read permission to the user. If I want to give write permission, so I can type U plus W. And if I want to give execute permission to the user, so U plus X. Similarly, read write, so U plus read and write, R and W. And if I want to assign read and execute permission, R and X plus. Similarly, read write and execute, so plus RWX. If I want to remove the read permission, minus R. Okay, if I want to remove the write permission, minus W. If I want to remove the execute permission, minus X. And if I want to remove the read write permission, minus RW. And if I want to remove read execute permission from the user, so U minus RX. Similarly, if I want to remove all the permission, U minus RWX. This is all about the user. The same approach applied to the group, but only you need to change U to G. And the same apply to other. You just need to change G with O. And for all, you just need to change them O to A. Okay, so these are just an example. Now coming to the symbolic method to change the permission. So again, keep in mind, plus we are using to add the permission, minus we need to remove the permission, and equal we need to assign this specific permission. Okay, and U means user access, G means group access, O means other user access, and A means UGO means user, group and other all together. And plus to add permission, remove permission, and explicitly assign permission is equal. So now let's start. This is the way. Chmod is the command, okay, which is change mode, and then U means user and W means write. So provide write access to a user. Similarly, write access to a group, execute to other, and A means for all. Okay, so let's go to our lab to show you. So let me go to here. And let me see if I have anything here. No, so let me change them to our desktop. Okay, and now let's go to ls and see. Yeah, we have one file and one folder. Okay, so what I need to do, if I need to set up permission, first let's check out ls with LH with human readable and long format. So here you can see that this is a regular file, read write has been to the user, and read only has been, and no write and execute to the group. And similarly, this is the other which we discuss, and this is a user, this is a group, and this is being created, this is the timestamp, and this is the file name. Similarly, this is a folder, so that's why we have a D. And read write execute to the owner, read and execute to the group, and read and execute to the other. Now if I want to change, so I can use chmod command. This is the command, okay? And now to the user, so I need to type u and plus to assign the permission. So read and write permission is right now, okay? There is no execute because it's not required execute, it's not a script. But suppose if I want, so I can type execute and then the name of the file, so file.txt, and hit enter. If I check again with this command, and now you can see there is, previously it was read write, and now there is this dash is specifically for file, okay? After that, read write execute, it means this is the owner, means user, and I use u. And then this read and dash dash means read, no write permission, no execute permission. Then read permission, no write and execute permission to the other. Now if I want to assign to a group, so again up arrow and just change this to G, and because they have only read permission, and if I want to execute write permission as well, so hit enter. And if I check again, so you will see previously it was read and dash dash, now there is read write dash. Okay, so let me clear the screen and let me show you again. Okay, again if I want that execute as well, type X for the execute. And if I check again, so now you will see read write execute for user, read write execute for the what is called for the group, and now finally we have only read access to the other. So in case for the other, so what I can do, I just need to change this to other, which is O. Okay, and here I need to type suppose write permission first. So if I check, there is W as well now, previously there is no W. And now let me verify again, and finally if I want to give other to execute as well, and now just let's check out. So here you will find previously it was dash, now there is execute as well. So this is the way to change the permission, to assign the permission with plus sign. Okay, so first I use what was called I use user, u the owner, then I use G the group, and finally I use O. Now there is another A as well. A means for all, means user, group, and other as well. So suppose if I want to change permission here, what is this? Read write execute, read and only execute. Okay, read, there is no write permission to the group and no write permission to the other on this test folder. Okay, now I jump to the test folder. So what I can do, let me clear the screen and show you again. Now if I want to give the write permission to all, means user as well, group as well, and other. So what I can do, just type like this, rather than O, type A and plus R, and then type the folder name or the file and hit enter. So A means all, to the user as well, to the group as well, and to other as well. So rather than to type separately, I can use one command, and if I verify, now you will see read write execute, read write execute, and read write execute, because a write was missing here in these two. Even if it is missing here as well, so you can type the same A, it will assign to all three at once. So you can use this A command for all. So now this was the way to assign, and also keep in mind W means a write. Similarly, if you want to give read permission, type R. If you want to give them execute permission, type X, and if you want write, so write. We already know this one, X. So assign the execute command to everybody on this folder. Let's go back. So we are done with this one. We done with the plus sign to add the permission. We done with the user, with G, with O and A. However, now if I want to remove the permission, so if I want to remove the permission, let's go back to remove the permission. Okay, so let me see the folder. The folder everybody has the execute permission. Suppose if I want to remove from the user, so what I need to do, I need to change mode, and U means user, means the owner, and just -X. -X means remove the execute permission from the user. And if you check here, you see previously there was X and there is no more X. Done. Similarly, if I want to remove the execute permission from the group as well, so keep in mind in the group there is execute, it's X in the second. Okay, so just type again and let me clear the screen and let's see again. Now again, previously it was X, now there is no more X with the group as well. Also remove from the user, from the group. Now I want to remove this X permission from the other as well. So just change this minus and type O. Okay, and hit enter. And if I check again, now, so previously there was execute permission, no more execute permission on this test folder, neither for the user, not for the group, and not for the what is called for the other. Suppose if I want to remove the write permission for everybody, so rather than to use one by one, okay, just type write and just type U and then type, sorry, again type G and then type O. What I can do, just type A. Remove the write permission for everybody, for the user, owner, for the group and other, and hit enter. And let me clear the screen and check now. So now you can see there is no write permission, no write permission, and no write permission. Let's remove the write permission as well. So just type R and hit enter, just to show you, by the way, and hit enter. You can see there is only this one. A D means directory, and then dash dash dash, it means nobody has a permission. So let me add the permission, and you can just type plus. So now there will be a write permission. You can see there is now a write permission, and similarly if you want to give them read permission to all, so there will be a write permission as well, and then you can type execute permission as well with X and type ls, and now you can see this folder everybody has read write and read write execute permission, user as well, group as well. So we can remove the permission as well, which I show you. By all means, I use minus with U, minus with G, minus with O, and minus with A for all. Okay, now if I want a specific permission, so specific permission, okay, like this one, we can use this command. It says chmod user specific command to this user read write. Okay, so this is another way. So if I go back, so what I can do, if I say let me remove the permission first, suppose minus write, read and execute, and if I check again, so there is no permission on this folder. Okay, and now chmod, and here what I can do, I can specifically say read write execute for this specific user. And if I check again, okay, sorry, I type A means for everybody, so it's assigned to everybody, but it's better to make them no first, okay, for all. And if I check again, so no permission, and this time I just want for user only, hit enter. And if I check again, so user has read write permission. Similarly for the group, so I can specifically assign to the group and hit enter. And let me clear the screen and show you again. So the group is also okay. Similarly, if I want to assign them to other, so type O and ls. Now you can see previously there is no permission. Now you can see redirect execute permission. So you can use a equal sign. So I show you the equal sign with user, with group, with other, and A as well. Okay, for everybody. Now you can use this method as well to combine them, like chmod to user to read and to group to this one. Also, even you can say 3 altogether. Previously we just use 1 by 1, so it's not about 1 by 1 what we can do. So let's go back and let me check. Now suppose if I want to give this folder everybody has read write permission. Yeah, so let's go back up and chmod. Now what I need to do, I say user minus remove the execute permission from the user, comma, remove permission, write permission from the group, comma, and other, remove read write execute from this user. So I combine 3 statements that remove execute from the user, remove write permission from the group, and remove read write execute from the other, and hit enter. Now let's check out. You will see the difference. You see previously read write execute for everybody. Now you can see the D means is a directory, read write is only left, and execute is being removed by this command. Read write execute, so the write is being removed from the middle because I say remove the from the group write, and then read write execute was there for other, which is being removed by other. So it doesn't mean that you can only do it by one. You can combine them for user, for group, for other. In this case, what I done, I remove the permission. It can be add and remove as well. So if I say add permission, so I can do plus and hit enter. So 2 are the minus to remove the permission. The third one is to add the permission. So previously there were no permission. Now the permission are back. It was not there because now I say add them. So it is a combination. It can be a minus, it can be a plus, and it can be an equal as well. It's up to you. So if I say no, this time I want to assign specifically write permission to the group. So now write permission is back to the group. Previously it was not there. So it's also possible equal, minus, and plus, and you can combine them as well. So let's go back. If what else we can do, so I show you by user, by group, by other, by all, and then specifically to assign them. Then I show you to remove the permission. Okay, for other everybody, specifically assign them more than one permission, read and execute on the same time. Also for different user group, to combine them as well. Here I also show you to remove and add as well on the same time. Okay, and even it's also possible that user, group, and other plus all together the same permission, or you can use a rather than to do it like this way. So it's also possible. Yeah, like this one and this one, it will give you the same result. It's up to you. And then add, read, write, and execute to all directories. So if you want to give them inside the directories, so you can use -r, because in this case if I have a directory, so inside ls, and this is a directory. Okay, and if I go to cd and this test directory, okay, and let me create another directory, mkdir test1, either folder 1 or let me see d1. Okay, so if I check the ls and permission, so d1 has a different permission, and if I go out, okay, and here we have desktop and test folder, inside the test folder we have a directory with D1, and let me create another directory as well, D2. So if I check out, both directory have this inherent, however it's not inherent from the test. So if I go back, okay, and check here ls.lh, so test have this permission, but inside these two directory have this permission. So what I can do for that, that's why I show you what you can do. You can use R means recursive, so recursive it will apply. So you can use chmod, okay, and here you can type R recursive and suppose A for everybody, and plus read, write, execute all permission to test, and hit enter. Now if I check ls, so now read, write, execute for everybody, and let's go back to the folder with the test and ls here. So now you can see automatically it been inherit inside the folder. So if I create, let me create a new folder with D3. What about that one? Here is, they have a new rules. So already the folder which have inside the folder, so because I use this R command, okay, recursively I say assign A means all, everybody's has read, write permission to this folder, and inside these folder, whatever inside this folder, so inside we have D1, D2 at so because of this command they assign them to this one as well, the same thing. However, when I create a new one, so the new one don't have, okay, so you need to distinguish this one. So this is all about permission using which method, the symbolic method. And we discussed symbolic method, we have user group O and A, and then we have abbreviation plus, minus, and equal, and it can be combined, and I show you in different way. And finally we discuss if you want to assign them a folder, and inside the folder or whatever directory we have inside the directory, so then you can use -R, the uppercase R means recursively. However, keep in mind if you create a new one, so it will be not like that, you need to reuse the same command. So this was a symbolic method to change the permission.